I'm your host, Gene Kernan, and today we're broadcasting from George's famous Gyros and Pasta at 202 North 27th Avenue in Phoenix. And I have the honor of introducing the one, the only, George Salvirides. Salvirides. I mispronounced your name. I can't believe
Salvirides.
Salvirides. Greek names are kind of fun. It's all Greek to me. So George, everybody will want to know about George's famous Gyros and Pasta, but tell us about George. I'm assuming you're not a native Arizonan.
No, I was born in Chicago, right outside of Chicago, actually born in Rosemont, grew up in Des Plaines. We left there when I was about 10 years old, moved to Greece after that for about a year and a half, and then we came here, so
Where
93.
Were you in Greece?
Paliopalido, it's a little suburb right outside of Athens. It's like saying, Tempe to Phoenix, yeah.
Greece is one of the countries that I didn't get to.
You should make sure you get there.
Excellent. I've been down to Puglia in Italy.
Yeah.
Right across the Adriatic.
I've been down there.
I swam in the Adriatic. It was kind of chilly. It was September and high waves, but it was great. And we wanted to go over, but we didn't have time to get across and get back.
I would say if you go, you want to go for like a month, or you can hop around, just enjoy instead of rushing. Everyone always goes and tries to pop it out in a week, and you just don't have time to enjoy yourself.
From what I understand, it would take me about a week to get over Ouzo.
That stuff's rough, actually. You get a nice hangover.
So what is it? So you went to Greece. What brought you to Phoenix?
Honestly, it was my mom. My mom was a registered nurse. She was a dialysis nurse. She had a job offer here from Greece, so we had an uncle down here, so we figured might as well come down, try out something new, see how it is.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So let me ask you this. Has the family always been in the restaurant business?
I grew up in the restaurant business. I mean, my dad's been doing it since 86 was his first shop in Chicago, so it's been a long time. I went to school for aviation, actually, got my commercial pilot's license, and then decided to open up a restaurant instead.
Yeah, my grandson is a commercial pilot.
No, it's a way to go.
He's right now he's got his first job, and he's working for a charter company out of Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
And the poor kid has to spend
the next rough
couple
hours,
of months in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Because he's flying guys around who can afford a vacation in the Bahamas for 3 months. And it's a rough life.
It's a good problem to have.
So he's going back and forth between the Bahamas and Aruba and Puerto Rico, and it's tough. I really feel for the kid.
It is hard work, though. I mean, he is putting in hours while he's there. So.
Oh yeah, and well, he worked his way through UND to get his commercial pilot's license.
But you can't have as much fun as you think, because you can't, so you can't go out and party every night if he's flying the next day. So.
No, they frown on that.
12-hour bottom of the throttle, I think, is a rule.
So tell us more about George's famous Gyros and Pasta. I was intrigued first because I noticed that it was Chicago Gyros, and I didn't really put Chicago together with Gyros.
I mean, that's what
I was thinking about Greek,
okay?
And then pasta is not something that one normally associates with Greek. They more associate that with Italy. But I think it's a hell of a combination. and God, do you make a good sandwich, man?
Yeah, we do.
Let me tell you, folks, you want a good gyro? I don't care if you call it Chicago gyro. I don't care if you call it Greek gyro. I'm just telling you, if you want a good gyro that's going to fill you up, come see this man.
That's right.
20206 North 27th Avenue, just across from Deer Valley Town Center, across the 101. Wow, that's a hell of a sandwich.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. So, we got some time to fill here. Tell us more about George. You grew up until you were 10 in Chicago.
Yep. Like I say, Greece for about a year and a half, went to school down there. And then, I've been in Arizona longer than anywhere else. I'm pretty much a Arizona guy now, since '93, so I call it home.
Wow, that's
I don't even know if I can handle Chicago anymore, actually, with the weather and the snow and all that.
Oh yeah, the hawk is flying.
I could manage Greece, but I don't know about Chicago.
Yeah, the hawk is definitely flying right now in Chicago. I got here 43 years ago. I came through on a traveling magazine crew. I was passing through. I was a traveling salesman. And I fell in love with a young lady who ended up becoming the mother of my firstborn daughter. And I've lived here 33 of the last 43 years. I've come back to Phoenix several times, had to go away for a while, came back several times, spent 2 years in Alaska. And
Sounds interesting.
people think I'm a little strange because I love Phoenix in the summertime and Fairbanks in the wintertime. But those are the 2 times in the 2 places where that is the essence of the place.
Yeah, the Arizona summer, you can't go, you get that 115 degrees, you got to love it.
You either got to respect the weather or the weather's going to eat you.
Oh, that's true.
You either wake up in pieces in the desert or you wake up in the ice.
Yeah, I feel like I've been here long enough where, the 110s don't even bother me. It's above, 115s when I start to get a little heated, but other than that, I can handle 110 all day long.
I find
That's
100 degrees comfortable.
Yeah, it's true.
So tell us more about your menu. What else do you serve?
We got a little bit of everything. I mean, we do pastas, hamburgers, hot dogs, little pita pizzas. I always say we're like a Chicago-style mom and pop shop. We're kind of like a diner, but like a step up from like a Denny's or something. So you got multiple things on the menu, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
So I got a chance to meet your dad when I met you last week. Ted's a hell of a guy.
Yeah, good guy. I mean, he raised me pretty good, so I can't complain. I came out all right.
Well, that's more your mom's job, but he's still got the accent though.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking 40-something years in the U.S. and he came over 76, so it's been longer than that. So, but he still has that Greek accent. He actually learned Greek before English, just because that's all Dad spoke when I was growing up. So I picked that one up first.
And it's odd how for some people accents are so easy to get rid of, and for other people it's not. My late wife was 100% New Jersey Italian. In fact, the only time other than when she moved to Phoenix that she ever lived outside of New Jersey was a couple of years that she lived in Chicago.
Huh.
And she worked very hard to get rid of that Jersey accent. By the time I met her a little over a year later, after she got here, she had pretty much gotten rid of it. But 20 years later, we would go back to visit her family. As soon as her feet hit the tarmac,
the accent comes back.
Are you coming over? It was just she learned how to say water instead of water. And of course, I was born in Baltimore, so there it's whoop. It almost actually sounds like a drip from the faucet. Whoop, whoop. And they say funny things like wash, wash them dishes in the sink. Then I grew up in Texas, so I can go from we're going to wash the dishes in hot water in the zinc to, and then he's going to dry them with a towel.
A little bit all over the U.S. there with the accents.
That's T-A-L, towel. Yeah. And so I can flip around, and then I spent 7 years in Hawaii too. So part of that 10, 11 years that I didn't live in Phoenix, I was in other places that some people consider exotic, but I always liked making myself at home wherever I was. I was an Army brat.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Hop around,
And I grew up in Texas because my dad died when I was 9. But so your dad's been in the restaurant business too, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, that's pretty much where I learned everything. I mean, half the recipes that we have came from his old recipes. He's had 5 shops here in Arizona himself. So, he really helped out a lot starting off and just kind of got my foot in the door,
So are any of those other shops still around?
They're still open. He doesn't own them. But, pretty much all the shops he sold are still open except for 1 or 2 that they started changing too many things and it kind of went downhill, I always say once you have something that works, don't go and try to mess with it.
If it works, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And some people just can't seem to spend time thinking about that. It's like, oh, I want to make it better. Leave it alone.
Yeah, like I said, if it's working, don't mess with it, in my opinion.
And if you're gonna experiment with things, you got to test it first.
Yeah, at least keep the old stuff and then do some new things. That's one thing, but
keep track of it.
Yeah.
So you got to pay close attention to numbers because numbers, especially on response, customer response, it'll go along and then you try something new and it tends to dip a little bit and you think, okay, well that's not too bad and that's not too bad. It's still dipping, but it's starting to plateau, and then it drops off a cliff. And once it drops off the cliff,
you know to get rid of it.
yeah, if you have time.
You know, yeah. Well,
It
I mean,
depends
that's the
on how
one good
much
thing
you
is, you know,
invested in that experiment.
like at least I'm good with numbers and I love keeping track of that kind of stuff. So even with like new specials, we always, you know, do it as a special for a while and see if it picks up or if it's really popular. I even get people calling in on the phone asking for it when it's not on the menu. Then I'm like, oh, this is obviously a good idea. Let's add it to the menu, you know. So the menu's always getting bigger. There's always, you know, 1 or 2 new sandwiches every
There's
year, I
always
want to
special
say.
stuff you can do
Yeah,
for the special
exactly.
customer.
Yeah, we got the regulars
Might
that
not
come
be
in
on
that
the
get stuff
menu,
that
but
isn't even on the
can
menu.
you do this for
you know,
me?
yeah.
And see, that's what makes a great restaurant great. And yours is great, by the way.
Well, I could just, you know,
I'm still enjoying that, you know. And just the memory of it, I'm
I said
enjoying.
it's just, you know, small mom and pop shops.
It's not
That's
repeating, folks. I'm enjoying the memory of it.
I always just love to support small shops. You know, it's just if you can go in and the owner's there, it's a completely different experience than
That's
going
it.
in and meeting a manager
And
or just, you know, some
like
kid
I
that
said with
works
my
there.
intro, that's what the show is about providing Arizona locals, Arizona consumers, with knowing where they can get the customer experience that they're looking for. And I think they can find it here.
Yeah.
George, website.
George's, we have 2 of them actually, georgesfamous.com and then georgesphx, like phoenix.com. And you could order delivery, you could order for pickup, there's photos of the food so you can check it out, see what it looks like before you come in.
And on Facebook, you're George's Famous Gyros and Pasta.
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. We're GFG, like George's Famous Heroes. So it's, you know, hashtag GFG or at GFG, whatever they're doing
on
nowadays.
LinkedIn as well?
LinkedIn I don't use actually. I think I have an account. I never use it.
You might want to think about that, because sometimes business people coming home from
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
and you got
that's
a lot
true.
of them living just up north here, they might want to stop by.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So Facebook, Twitter,
No,
Instagram.
what is it?
are you on Google Plus?
Yeah, we are on Google Plus too. Yeah.
At
yeah.
GFG?
Yes.
Plus
it
GFG?
would be plus GFG. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And your phone number? Tell them your phone
Yeah,
number,
the
George.
phone number here at the shop is 623-581-3772. We're open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturdays, 11 to 3, and Sundays we're closed. Take a day off to just relax and give everybody a day off to, just, you know, I like to let the restaurant rest. I like to say, you know, let the fridges stay closed for a day, let everything, you know, ovens off, just let the equipment take a break itself.
Exactly, because it gets stressed out too.
Yeah, it's true.
George, it's a pleasure having you on the show, man.
Thank you.
Listen, I really appreciate it. Now, once again, this is the Phoenix Network, coming to you from George's Famous Gyros and Pasta, 20206 North 27th Avenue in Phoenix, just above the 101, directly north of the Deer Valley Town Center, near 101 and I-17. You really got to try this place out, folks. George's Famous Gyros and Pasta. Got to try it.